Hi, I'm here with Julian Schnabel, the director of The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. You're right in front of me, and I'm excited. Can you just tell me about how you found this amazing story and what inspired you about it to decide to create the work?
Well, I had a friend who had MS, and I used to read to him when he was sick. He sat there, stared out from his body at me, and his nurse, Darren McCormick, handed me this book as a gift. And some years went by, and I didn't think I was going to make a movie out of it. And I had written a script. I was very interested in the book Perfume by Patrick Susskind. I had written a script about this guy who we knew what was going on in his head, but nobody in the story knew. You, as the audience, knows that he's got this extraordinary olfactory sense that can make other people think that he sees through doors or sees into the future or whatever, but it's his nose that does it. And in Jean-Dominique Bauby's case, his imagination and his memory can take him anywhere. We know what he's thinking, and since he doesn't speak, we get to hear what his inner thoughts are. And so there were a lot of attractive choices that could be made, and gave me a lot of freedom to make a movie that I hadn't seen before. That's why I made it.
You seem to make movies that are drawn on, real life experiences from people like Before Night Falls and Basquiat. Do you see yourself really personally enjoying being able to tell a story that is based in reality than somewhere in fiction?
Well, I think truth is definitely stranger than fiction. And everything comes from life in some way. And I make movies about things that I think I know something about that another person wouldn't be able to do. Something that's particular to me. And as somebody that talks to people about paintings, young people, I always say, what's personal to you? If it's generic, anyone could do it. So I don't think that there's a personal language, just a personal selection of language. And in that, you can find some place to tell a story or try to find a form for that.
Now, speaking of language, I was told very recently that you learned French just for this film. That's got to be one of the most difficult things to learn within a short period of time. It's a very hard language. Did you find that the language kind of spoke to you?
Well, I speak Spanish and Italian, and I spent a lot of time in France, and I just never had to really apply it myself until it was really great restaurant French until then. But once I started to do this, I needed to pay attention. But I had a lot of French people around me, and I have a pretty good ear, and it was it didn't seem very difficult.
As a painter and a filmmaker, do you find that the mediums converge easily? Like one canvas is same to another?
Yeah. I mean, for example, at the beginning of the movie, the credits, they're X-rays, and I found them in a house near the hospital, about 100 meters from the hospital. They were from 1905 to 1911, and I used those for the credits, but they also ended up turning into paintings. And sometimes I'll be, I've always thought about framing things, and things coming in from the left or the right, or things being closer, or larger shape, and so I've been looking at the rectangle all my life, and I don't have any hierarchical notions about what should be in the picture or not. I mean, I don't necessarily think that we need to see people speaking when we're looking at the screen. So my choices are probably based on something that might be a little bit different than people that hadn't been involved in the practice of painting for the past 30 years.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing the film tonight. It sounds like an amazing story, and I would love to be able to speak to you. Yes.
That would be interesting.
Thank
See
you.
what happened to you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
You too.
Thank you.